Alright, just going to do a really quick video. Long story short, cam and crank sensors were both replaced. Has a long crank time, no RPM signal. I will show you that real quick. And then I'll show a really quick way to test. I'm going to crank it, right? And it'll start. There's no RPM. Also no RPM. And a squeaky belt. But what we want to do here, I've already diagnosed this as a bad new crank sensor. The crank sensor was improperly installed. I took it out, tried to clean it up. The bore was a little dirty. It is way down there. It is really hard to get to from up top, and I can see the starter right there. So as soon as they approve the job for a new quality one, because it's probably a piece of crap one anyway, I'm going to take the starter out. It's probably much easier to do it from down there. Anyway, I'm going to disconnect this. Okay, I got it disconnected. All right, if you look here on the wire colors, yellow is your signal. Okay, that's the one that's going to the computer showing the pulses. The purple is basically your ground. It's low reference, and the green is your 5-volt reference. It tells you this in service information. What they want you to do is actually put a fuse jumper between the purple, okay, and momentarily tap on the yellow one. Well, you don't really need to do that. There's actually an easier and, in my opinion, safer way to do that. The wiring is absolutely awful on this thing. This car was brought to me, I'm in PA, this car was brought to me in Jersey. I'm just going to use a Tesla. This one is 220 milliamps, right? I got the ground point there. Test your light. The light does work. And you want to go on, you want to graph this, and you're going to be doing the same exact thing as what they want you to do by going the ground. Instead of going straight the ground to the signal, you got a little bit of resistance, so there's no chance of causing any damage. So I'm going to take this, and you can see there's nothing on the screen, and you'll hear some clicking too. That's me doing that. I'm touching. Right now I'm going to touch it. Alright, that's me basically acting like the crank trigger. That's a quick and easy way to do it. That confirms your circuitry from the connector to the PCM, ECM. The sensor itself is shorted. When you actually have the connector hooked up, it's got basically 5 volts across every single one of them, and there's no pulse. And like I said, the sensor was actually damaged, and the flange was kind of bent. The plastic was bent. I put a new O-ring on it and cleaned the board up, and I just tried it anyway, and that was a nightmare to do. So I should have just stepped back for a minute and looked and saw that the starter was right there, and just pulled the starter out to do it. It's got to be way easier to do it from underneath. There's no doubt it's got a bad crank sensor. A bad brand new one. New stands for never ever works. Get quality parts. Stop grabbing these crap parts from Amazon and God knows where.